Do you know unsold customers? Anybody will take a guess? I showed you. Customers that bought a car get followed up on at what percent rate? Anybody write that number down? What percent of customers get called after they buy a car? 10%. Okay, the ones that don't buy. What percent of those? Surely that number is so much larger. They were at a dealership, they left, they didn't buy. What percent of those get followed up on? Anybody want to take a guess? Huh? I got a 0. It's more than that. It's more than 10%. It's more than 10. 15% go. 85% never get called. These are customers that are trying to buy. They're in a buying frenzy. And our salespeople are too busy doing what? Waiting. In huddles, surfing on the internet, reading the newspaper, drinking coffee, complaining about everything that's wrong, blaming Obama, and blaming this, and blaming that, and government, and Ford, and lack of product, and internet managers. Used car managers don't know how to bid a trade. New car managers don't know how to order cars. And the dealer, man, the guy's asleep, and he's so tight he don't want to spend any money on advertising. We never take the time to internalize and look at ourselves and realize that the enemy might possibly be us. Now, I want to prove to you the value of a database. Watch this. When I talk about numbers, you'll notice this is a dealership that allows us to show their stuff. Brad Ass Toyota World is one of our clients, the second largest Toyota dealership in America. This is their sister store. When they came on board with us, they had ADP CRM. We went in and got their data. They had 63,000 prospects. 20,000 sold, 25,000 served, total 100,000. That's a big database, right? Hold on a second. Let's do some math. If they sold 21,000 cars at a 20% closing, which means they're better than the national average, how many ups did they have showing opportunities at a 20% closing? All you do is multiply times 5. Go back to your dealership and look at how many cars you sold, multiply times 5. And then see how many ups you logged, you know how many you missed. Remember the math? Sell 100 cars, 20% delivery, at 500 ups. If I log 300, I missed how many? 200. And of the 200, 33% are willing to come back, and then 67% of them closed. It's crazy numbers. So look at this. At 21,000 sold, 20% delivery, how many showing ups did they have? 100,000. Now this number included internet leads. Holy cow. And phone prospects. So what's the real number? If they really were logging ups, if they really had all their internet leads coming in the same bucket, and had all their calls coming in the same bucket, and it's easy with computer telephony integration and phone technology we have now, tracking numbers, they get those phone numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a dealership that's almost the same exact size. Came on board with us 7 years ago, selling 70 cars a month. They now sell 450 to 500, and they're in the top 5 in America in Chrysler Dodge stores. Look at their database. Almost the same size, 29,000 sold, 34,000 serviced, 1 million total prospects. They're serious about logging ups. They're serious about building a database. They're serious about tracking internet leads and email addresses and phone numbers and collecting data. They're like the FBI. And if you think about it, if you go to Radio Shack to buy a $5 pack of batteries, they're better at the game than we are. Has anybody been to Radio Shack lately and tried to buy something? What happened, Mr. Ralph, when you tried to buy?
They got my email address and they got my zip code.
Come on, and can I get a cell number while I'm there? And here we are, we have a sales floor full of waiters, chasing ups with low grosses, low closing averages, and every excuse in the world why they can't get a name, an address, a phone number, and an email address. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a game changer. When you go back and you study the numbers, and you manage the sales process, logging ups is not an option. I had a guy that sold cars for me, sold 20 cars a month. I did the brother talk. Brother, I need you to log your ups. He didn't pay any attention. I did the boss talk. I'm the general manager, man. I love you, brother. You're awesome. If you're going to work for me, you're going to log the ups. Log his ups. So I started looking at it. He's selling me 20 cars a month, and he's doing it off of Ford traffic, not off of repeats or referrals, not off his database, Ford traffic. So if he's selling 20 a month at a 20% delivery, how many ups did he have? Come on, guys, help me out. How many did he have? Times 5 at 100. You need to learn the math, because you need to take this math back into your dealership and start doing math. You need to be like Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry Wood. You need to learn the percentages and the game that we play every day and know them inside and out. I had somebody just a little while earlier, Ralph goes, you know the numbers. He said, do your people know the numbers? I said, I don't know, ask them. So he asked one of my vice presidents, well, what's the national closing average? He asked another one of our VPs. Well, and all of them spouting the numbers, because we teach them, we preach them, we believe them. We live them. It's the numbers. We know our numbers too. We know how many customers we got to talk to about CRM to close one. We know how many leads we got to get one. We know the numbers. The numbers are the numbers. And And the numbers drive every industry in the